Imagine you're ready to make a positive change, to find purpose and independence through work, yet an invisible barrier holds you back. For millions of people with schizophrenia, this is an all too real experience. The truth is, a job can bring stability, confidence, and even help manage mental health symptoms. But here's the challenge: stigma, misunderstanding, and lack of support can make it feel impossible to step into the workforce. What is schizophrenia and how does it affect work? Schizophrenia is often misunderstood, and that's where a lot of stigma begins. It's a mental health condition that involves hallucinations, delusions, and thought disorders. These symptoms can make it hard to distinguish reality from imagination, and that affects how people function daily. Imagine trying to focus on work when you're struggling to tell what's real. So, how does schizophrenia impact someone's ability to work? Well, when the symptoms are intense, they can disrupt focus, make it hard to communicate clearly, and affect energy levels. On top of that, people with schizophrenia can experience what are called negative symptoms. This can mean feeling emotionally flat, losing interest in daily activities, or withdrawing from social situations. These symptoms don't just make work challenging, they can also make finding a job feel out of reach. Why work is beneficial for people with schizophrenia. But here's the flip side. Work can be incredibly beneficial. Research shows that having a job reduces the likelihood of symptom relapse and improves mental health. In fact, nearly 90% of people with schizophrenia want to work. Yet, less than a quarter of them do. That gap tells a bigger story about stigma, discrimination, and the lack of resources to support people with schizophrenia in the workplace. Employment can bring a sense of purpose and routine, which are crucial for anyone, especially someone with schizophrenia. Having a job can mean building social connections, feeling productive, and experiencing the satisfaction that comes from doing meaningful work. Physical and sedentary work challenges. People with schizophrenia can do many kinds of jobs. It's all about matching the work with their abilities. For example, physical work, like lifting, moving, or organizing, may be easier for someone experiencing hallucinations, which often don't stop a person from performing manual tasks. But there can be risks. If a symptom like paranoia is present, it might make physical work environments feel overwhelming or unsafe. On the other hand, sedentary work, which might require sitting for long periods, often demands focus and mental clarity. Jobs that involve using technology, organizing information, or managing tasks can become challenging. Schizophrenia can affect memory, attention, and processing speed, all skills you need in an office job. Breaking down the barriers to employment. Now, let's talk about the major barriers that people with schizophrenia face in finding and keeping jobs. These barriers are as much about how society views schizophrenia as they are about the condition itself. Many employers don't understand schizophrenia or have preconceived ideas about what someone with this condition can or can't do. There's this myth that people with schizophrenia don't want to work or that they can't be effective on the job. These myths are harmful and untrue, yet they persist. There's also the reality of self-stigma. Many people with schizophrenia feel ashamed or defeated by their diagnosis, which can lower their confidence and make them hesitant to apply for jobs. Self-stigma can be paralyzing, but it's important to recognize it's a product of misinformation and social conditioning. Strategies for managing work in schizophrenia. So, how can someone with schizophrenia manage work successfully? The first step is effective treatment. Medications can help control symptoms, making it easier to work. It's critical to follow a doctor's advice on medication management because stopping suddenly can lead to relapse. It's also a good idea to talk to a doctor about how medications might affect work performance. Some medications, for instance, can cause drowsiness or make focusing harder. Beyond medication, therapy and support from mental health professionals can be valuable. Psychiatrists and counselors can help with job searches, and vocational rehabilitation programs can provide job training and support. Self-care is another essential part of managing schizophrenia while working. Many people with schizophrenia face a higher risk of physical health issues, so maintaining a healthy lifestyle, quitting smoking, avoiding drugs and alcohol, and exercising, can positively impact mental health. And social support matters too. Having a network of friends, family, or support groups can make a world of difference, especially when facing workplace challenges. Legal rights and support. Let's also talk about rights in the workplace. In the United States, the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, protects people with schizophrenia from discrimination. Employers can't legally ask about the nature or severity of someone's disability. They are also required to provide reasonable accommodations, like flexible work hours or adjustments to the work environment, to help people perform their jobs effectively. Globally, the United Nations has laws to protect people with disabilities, ensuring they have equal employment rights. Accommodations are unique to each person, but they could include things like a quieter workspace, adjusted hours, or regular breaks. These simple changes can make it easier for someone with schizophrenia to manage their symptoms and stay focused on their job. The importance of flexibility and finding the right job. While there's no one-size-fits-all job for someone with schizophrenia, flexible jobs are often ideal. Flexibility means being able to adapt your work schedule or tasks, depending on how you're feeling that day. Jobs with flexible hours or remote work options can be particularly beneficial. It's also worth considering a job that aligns with a person's strengths and interests, as passion and fulfillment can help with motivation and well-being. Ultimately, the goal is to find a job that suits a person's qualifications, experiences, and personal preferences. For example, hobbies and past work experiences can be good indicators of what types of work will bring satisfaction and purpose. Stressful environments might not be the best fit, but supportive and adaptable workplaces can make a big difference. Vocational rehabilitation and community support. Many organizations and programs exist to help people with schizophrenia find and keep jobs. Vocational rehabilitation programs are designed specifically for people with mental health conditions, providing training, job placement, and ongoing support. These resources can be incredibly helpful for building skills and finding meaningful work opportunities. Common questions about schizophrenia and work. One of the most common questions people ask is, can schizophrenia stop you from getting a job? The answer is, for many, no. With the right support and management, a person with schizophrenia can lead a fulfilling life and hold a job. However, severe symptoms can make it challenging, which is why having support systems in place, like understanding employers and accessible mental health resources, is crucial. Another question is whether someone with schizophrenia can lead a normal life with medication. The answer here is that medication and therapy can significantly help manage symptoms, enabling people to live productive lives. Conclusion. Working with schizophrenia may present unique challenges, but it's absolutely possible. With the right treatment, support, and understanding, people with schizophrenia can find purpose and success in the workplace. By addressing stigma, providing proper accommodations, and encouraging open dialogue, we can create a world where mental health conditions don't have to hold anyone back from the opportunity to work and thrive. People with schizophrenia are capable of living full lives, contributing to society, and finding meaningful work. Employment is not just about a paycheck, it's about self-worth, independence, and the chance to live life to the fullest. Let's continue to break down the barriers, support those who want to work, and foster workplaces that respect and value everyone's unique abilities.